This is Misawa Air Base, located in northern Japan, just 200 miles from the epicenter of the March 11th earthquake. Today, it's difficult to see any remnants of the disaster just over 2 months ago. But turn on any major American news network, and the coverage of the conditions in northern Japan will tell a tale of widespread destruction and misery, compounded with ongoing fears of a catastrophic nuclear meltdown.
How does this compare to other disasters that we've seen in recent history?
The specter of radiation, food shortages, and power outages has many people outside of Japan worried.
It spirals out of control. We could lose a good chunk of northern Japan.
A lot of people came back with, oh my gosh, we had no idea what was happening and all that sort of stuff. All we can see is, we're seeing buildings crumbling and radiation pictures all over the place and a bunch of pictures of maps, and they don't know where anything is, and it was all just really frightening for everybody.
The truth is, life here in Misawa is quite different from the picture painted on network news. The community here has rebounded to what leadership is calling the new normal. Kids are back in school, base services are on normal operating hours, even the golf course is open.
In fact, one of the greatest sources of distress for this community is the sensational coverage in the media. There are reports of government contractors and other skilled civilian workers opting not to come to Misawa Air Base because of the tales of destruction told on nightly newscasts in the U.S.
The absence of civilians to fill these positions hurts the overall Misawa mission. We need these bodies here to perform the 35th Fighter Wing mission. They're essential to us.
Misawa leadership is stepping up their message of continued safety and stability in an effort to combat the misleading press coverage. Officials are using the Misawa Air Base website, Facebook, and even the airwaves to assure stateside families that their loved ones in northern Japan are safe.
We were never in any real danger whatsoever. We were inconvenienced, and that's about it, in relative terms. But one of the things we need to do, though, is pass a little bit of that perspective on to our families back in the States, because a lot of them are still concerned. All they've seen is the sensational news. All they saw was that destruction, and they're still seeing it.
There's no question, there are still people in Japan in desperate situations. But the community here in Misawa is lucky enough to have come through this disaster with no deaths, no injuries, and no significant damage. The focus here on the ground is helping those who were not so fortunate.
Airman First Class Jimmy Moreland, Misawa Air Base, Japan.